Hey, ChangePA. I'm Jonathan Kassa. Thank you for highlighting my campaign to be a state representative for the PA 151st in Harrisburg. We're just outside of Philadelphia in Montgomery County, where I've lived with my wife, Kathy, for well over 2 decades with our 17-year-old son and 13-year-old daughter. We believe deeply in community service, and that comes from my experience working at nonprofits over the last few decades. I'm very proud of my time as executive director of Cleary Center. It's a nonprofit dedicated to campus safety nationwide. It was founded by Howard and Connie Cleary when they lost their daughter, Jean, tragically in a campus murder in 1986. I worked in Washington, D.C. after Virginia Tech as executive director to ensure that our campuses would be even safer. This protects over 20 million students on campuses every day nationwide. It was through that experience in Congress, working on a bipartisan law, that I learned that common sense comes before politics. And so, being an active member in our community, I decided that I wasn't happy with the status quo, and I ran for office in 2017. And after 52 years of Republican leadership of the North Penn School Board, the Democrats took over. While on the school board, we delivered full-day kindergarten for the community. We also developed an innovative tax relief program for seniors. All the while, during this pandemic, we've been able to deliver over 200,000 meals and counting to needy students and families across our community. It was through this experience that I also learned some of the symptoms that we deal with as school board members emanate directly from Harrisburg. And that's why I want to be there as a representative for the 151st. When it comes down to gun safety, that's an issue that hasn't moved because the NRA sees Pennsylvania as a firewall state. I'm someone who's always been committed to campus safety and school safety, and I'll make sure that those common sense bills move in Harrisburg and we make a real difference to protect our communities and schools. Equitable school funding is another major issue. Pennsylvania is ranked 47th out of the entire nation in public education funding. And that's another thing that will be changed in Harrisburg by not only electing me, but making sure that we turn Harrisburg blue. And it's when we turn Harrisburg blue that we're also going to be able to address the environment. Pennsylvania is one of the worst polluters, not only of our own state and within our communities, but in the region around us. It's time for us to make the environment a priority to ensure that we not only have safer communities and a better environment now, but for the future when we're not here, for our children and our grandchildren. This is not going to be an easy race. I'm up against a formidable opponent who's been in office for over 10 years. He's a fierce competitor. We know that from the last race. Sarah Johnson Rothman came within 889 votes, 2.5%. This was a race in which Senator Casey, Governor Wolf, they won with 65% of the vote. So he's proven to be tough. Sarah had your support last time, and now I have Sarah's support. She's the chair of my campaign. When I ran for school board, there was 52 years straight of Republicans winning and Democrats losing. We changed that. In just 2 years, we now have a North Penn school board that is a 9-0 Democratic majority. That shows that I know how to run hard, to campaign, to put our values out front, but I'm not going to get there without your support. I'm running to serve because I'm out of patience. Harrisburg is broken. Over a decade of Republican leadership, and we haven't moved the needle on any issues. By putting Democrats in place who want to see results, by being one of those members on that team, just like the many great candidates highlighted by ChangePA, I know that we can get this done in November. And not only make change for November, but ensure that we change the status quo, but change the direction that this state is headed in. It's time for Pennsylvanians to actually be served by Pennsylvanians. It's time to get rid of cronyism. It's time to put kitchen tables before corporate boardroom tables. That's why I'm running, and that's why I appreciate your support. Thank you, ChangePA, for highlighting my campaign, but also the campaigns of the other candidates that are running to make sure we not only change PA, but we sustain true progressive leadership in Harrisburg that sends a message across Pennsylvania and this country. The Democrats are here to lead, we're here to produce results, and we're going to get the job done November 3rd. Thank you.